Okay, so we're going to talk about research, reach out, and relationship build. And I was going to put the camera on a little tripod and play with you, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So I'm going to hold the phone right down at the computer because I want you to be able to see exactly what I'm doing. So let me just go through the concept of research, reach out, relationship build. First of all, as you guys all know, I am a big proponent of let's take the work out of networking and let's net play our way to success. So if we're going to net play, then let's make what we are doing fun. For people who are not real thrilled about networking, let's fix our mindset on that and let's set ourselves up for success, because when we have the right intention, we will pay attention to create retention of the resources, relationships, and revenue, that we are looking to have. So I'm going to give you a little taste of what research, reach out, relationship build looks like. So I'm going to flip the camera around and I'm going to show you, look at the fireplace. This video is going to get outdated with all the Christmas stuff, but I don't care. It's beautiful. Hey. Okay. So here is a meetup, and I know it's kind of hard to read, but you're just going to have to go with me on the concept. Just so happens that this one is Boston Real Estate Professionals, which happens to be Cami Baker's event. Now, first of all, I'm going to jump off on a couple of tangents here because I find it to be very important to think about what you're doing when you are a networker. So number one, notice how my profile is filled out. I have stuff there. And if you go to send me a message, you can do that. Sometimes I'll go to send somebody a message on Meetup and it's blocked. Guys, let me be really clear about something. People are scared to death to reach out. Make a point. Let me ask you, have you ever reached out to someone before a meetup? Have you? How many cards do you have that you gathered that you swore you were going to and you never did? People are not going to bombard you with a ton of stuff. Open it up. Be as accessible as possible. I used to have mentors in network marketing every day in front of hundreds and thousands of people a month. They would put their cell phone number up on a whiteboard, and I was horrified. I said, Patrick, aren't people calling you all the time? You're a multimillionaire. You have your cell phone number up on that board. He said, Cami, people never call us. They think we're too busy. They think we're too good. They think what they have to say isn't important enough. Whatever is going on in their head. He said, if 1 out of 1,000 people ever calls us, I'd be really surprised. So be very clear. Just because you make yourself available doesn't mean a gazillion people are going to reach out. But that one that has the balls enough to do it is just the one you need to talk to. So make yourself available as much as possible. Now, let's go on back into the meetup. Now, over here on the side, can't we see lots of people who are coming to this meetup? And I'm going to go through and do this all again today. I've already done it, but you can click on whoever's coming, right? You click right on there. You can see a little something about them. You click over here on message. And bam, I can send Duncan a message. Now, I'm not going to do it right now just for time constraints, but basically my message, and look, you can copy and paste something, but I might copy and paste the body of it, but I'm going to start with something personal like, hey, I really like your headshot. Hey, I see you work at a company that I used to work at. Something personal so that they know that you read theirs, something about them. Hey, I see we belong to 2 or 3 groups together. So I'm going to start it with something personal, even if I have a little copied and paste thing in the middle. And then at the end, here's the trick. Pay attention to these little nuances, little tiny nuances that will make all the difference. At the end, I have a call to action. Call to action. You hear that all the time. Well, what's a call to action? Call to action, if you're selling something, might be click here now, buy now, time is running out, get yours now. Call them to action. In this case, it's not that sharky. It's just something more like, for me, because my specialty is networking, relationship building, I might ask them, hey, tell me something that you love about networking. Or what is it that you really don't like about networking? I try to always phrase it in the positive. So it might be something more like, tell me what you love about networking. Or how often do you go networking? Or what other networking groups do you go to that maybe I'd see you at? In other words, any one of those questions is a call to action. I'm asking them to take action and follow up with me and respond. Well, here's what I love about networking, or here's a group that I like to go to. Any one of you should be asking, what are some other groups that you enjoy going to? What a great question. You are going to find out about groups that you never would have found out about if you hadn't asked. Yeah, we can Google networking events and we can find lots of different meetups and chambers of commerce and things, but there's a lot of events that we can't find. I know here in the Boston area, once you get into the networks, you start finding out about, oh, did you hear about this event? Did you hear about this one next Tuesday, next Thursday? Stuff that you never heard about, that you wouldn't know about unless you were asking and or going to events so that they can tell you about it. So let me switch it back around. So that's Meetup. Meetup makes it really simple. They are right here. And by the way, whether you're going to an event or not, can't you go ahead and reach out to those people? So I've got, in this particular meetup, I've got 30 that are going, I've got 3 that are waiting. In my other meetup group, guys, I just put these together 3 weeks ago. I've got 40 going and 21 on a waiting list. 40 going and 21 on a waiting list. So, if you're going to the group, absolutely pick a few of the folks and reach out to them. Make a comment. See what you've got in common. And I'm talking about taking just a few minutes. This isn't going to take forever. And even if you took an hour to do it, even if you took an hour to go through, take 10 or 12 of them, reach out, do a little bit of research, do a little bit of reach out, do a little bit of relationship build. It is a very good hour spent, because now when you get to the event, look, the event's going to take an hour and a half, hour to get there, hour to get back, 4 hours of your life to go to the event. And then you get there and you exchange cards and you never call anybody. You're wasting time anyway. So let's stop wasting time. Let's spend an hour getting to know people and actually create conversation. Imagine this. Get on the phone. Call somebody before you go. I've Skyped with people. I've done this before for events that I was going to in California, and I Skyped with people before we got there, and by the time we both landed on the ground, we were hugging. We weren't just sticking our hand out saying, hey, how you doing? It was a big hug. So to do this ahead of time is so compelling. It makes you stand out. It makes you stand out. It makes you memorable. Hello, don't you want to be memorable, or do you want to be like everybody else? Hi, my name's Cami. What do you do? What do you do? Stop it. Stop it. Do something memorable. So even if you're not going to these events, let's say this particular event is on January 3rd and you happen to be out of town. That doesn't mean you can't reach out to them. If you're interested in this group, if you've got an interest in real estate professionals or business networking or quilting or mountain biking or dog walking or whatever it is, you can still reach out to them just because you're not going. As a matter of fact, I have gone to coffee with people. I reached out and said, hey, I see you're going to this networking group. Clearly you like to network. I'm out of town that particular day. However, I'd love to get together for coffee. Done that too. So we can make excuses about why this doesn't work. We can make excuses about, well, I'm not going to that meeting, or I don't have time for that meeting, or that meeting doesn't fit my schedule. Those excuses, or we can make it happen and I'm all about the making it happen. So here's a couple of other ideas. So that is Meetup. Now, here's Facebook. Look at all these people who have sent me a request to be friends. Now, there once was a little girl. There once was a time that I would just click, confirm, delete, confirm, delete, and call it a day. What I will do today is I will actually click on, now you can't do this from your computer. If you can, I haven't figured it out. I have to do it from my phone, which is a great way to spend 20, 30 minutes when you're waiting on an appointment at a Dunkin' Donuts or in line at the grocery store or something. I will click on them, and I actually did this in front of a group the other day at a networking event, and they were blown away. I don't know if they were blown away that I did it so fast, or they were just blown away that I did it at all. But right in front of a group, I talked about this particular thing. I pull up this guy on my phone. I looked at his profile, and I'm talking about, come on, people, 3 to 4 seconds. I could look at it. I could see he was a basketball player. I could see that he graduated from Harvard, and I could see that he lived in Boston. And I've got events coming up in Boston, right? 3 seconds, I knew that about this gentleman. So I got on, didn't just click, except I got on and sent a voice message. You can send a voice message through Facebook, and the voice message is only 60 seconds. So even if you're a big talker, you can only do this for 60 seconds. And it sounded something like this. I don't remember his name, but follow me. Hi, James. My name is Cami Baker. Thank you so much for sending me your request to be my friend. You know, as the author of Mingle to Millions, the art and science of building business relationships and mastering referrals, I don't just friend people, I actually be friendly. So I see that you're a basketball player and that you graduated from Harvard. And since you live in Boston, why don't you come on out, meet me face to face? I got a couple of fun events going on. I'd love to introduce you around. Take care and let's stay in touch. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now people will say, all of you naysayers out there that are looking for all the nitpicky ways to pick this all apart. Look, this is a buffet. It is a buffet. Take what you like, leave what you don't. I don't really care. I'm just giving you tips that work. So if I do that 50 times, let's say 20 times a day, because I get a lot of them, don't you? Don't you get a lot of Facebook requests? And so if I do it 20 times a day, that's 20 minutes. And I'm talking about in between appointments, sitting at the doctor's office, driving in the car, whatever that is, 20 times a day. I promise you, maybe 10% actually respond. And out of that 10%, maybe 25% of them do I actually have a conversation with. But here's the thing. It is all a numbers game. We are in business. So if I have 100 people, send me a friend request, and I do that, and 10% of them, 10 of them reach out, and maybe 2 or 3 of them I actually have a phone call with, that's a pretty good percentage as far as business goes. And of those 2 or 3, I have a high probability of creating a client out of them. Because, mind you, if it's somebody that's, I don't want to say exactly how I pre-qualify, but when I'm looking through them, if it doesn't look like if they're not entrepreneurial, if they're not a business owner, if they don't seem to be a mover or shaker, if they don't have connections with people I know, et cetera, then I'm not doing it. It's a matter of using your brain, put on your big girl panties and your big boy underoos and figure it out. Contact the people that would seem to have the most synergy. And out of those people, when you talk to 2 or 3 of them, it's just like sending a mailer. If you send a mailer out, you get a 2% return. So the point is, I can't tell you how often, at least the 10% that respond to me say, wow, that's different. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't even know that you could send a voicemail. That makes you stand out. I'll give you a great example. Mike Nazar. Mike, I apologize if I got your name wrong. Mike Nazar sent me a friend request. I did this exact thing. He's friends with my mentor, Christopher Kai. Mike sends me back, oh my God, that's so cool. Boy, does that make you stand out that you do that. We had a little chit chat back and forth. We got on the phone. We were on Skype. We were on Skype for an hour. He's in California. He helps run a group called Single Mom Planet. And we are in negotiations to have me come out in May and be the keynote speaker for Single Mom Planet. Let me tell you something, friends. If I had just clicked accept, that conversation would not have happened. Research, reach out, relationship build. Let me give you another one. Want to see it? Here it go. So, that's that. Now, people will say, Cami, I don't like going to chambers of commerce. I don't want to go to meetup. Okay, well, you're not a very social person. You should probably go live under a rock anyway, but okay. So I'm just looking in Boston. I pulled up Boston yachting. I know that people like yachts, they like golf, they like frisbee throwing, I don't know, whatever. Look, you can go to any of these kinds of places. People will say to me, I don't know, if I go someplace like that, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to have conversations. Look, you can, Google is our friend. Google's our friend. Go on here, research the different yachting places, and then research what kind of boats are popular. What is the name of the most expensive yacht? Where do yachters like to go for the summer? Are there any yachting regattas going on? Like, research, reach out, relationship build. So in this case, you're researching before you go to the event so that when you're sitting there at the yacht club, instead of sitting there with your finger up your nose thinking, I don't fit in, I don't know anybody here, I don't know who to talk to, you've already got an arsenal of information in your mind that you've already looked up, so now you can speak intelligently about it. Let me give you a couple of other things to think about. This is beautiful. Here is a website about how to create events. Look, they gather shoes for kids, painting and creating murals, Escape to the Caribbean, Charity Bike Team Challenge, Retro Roadrunners Team, Wagon West, Wounded Veterans, all kinds of stuff. There is a plethora of ways to get out and be seen in the community. Be the event. Be the event. Be the event. So I talk about be the event all the time. And be the event can mean a lot of different things. It can mean getting on the stage and actually being the presenter and the keynote person. It can mean putting on one of these beautiful fundraisers so that you have a reason to reach out to people. I'm working with a company right now who I am helping them to both build the relationship with the community of customers and clients that they've developed over 19 years that has made them very wealthy. They make $30 million a year, but they'd like to make more because when you're at $30 million, you'd really rather make 35 or 40, right? So they're wanting to make more money, so I'm going to help them to create better relationships with the people that they have and go out and develop relationships and meet more people. Well, one of the best ways to do that is social interaction, social cause, community cause. Let the community and the world and the marketplace know that you care, that you're doing something, that you're giving back. And it gives you a reason to reach out to them when they're wanting to talk to the architects and the developers and the bigwigs and the mayors and all these different people in these towns. Wouldn't it be awesome to have something like raising kids, shoes for kids or whatever? This particular group has an affinity for horses. So we could do something that has to do with equestrian, with raising money for horses or barn raising or whatever that looks like. One more thing, and I'm going to bring this to a conclusion. Here is another way to research, reach out, relationship build. Notice that this is another website. This is for veterans. This is the wounded veteran. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of fundraising opportunities out there. So many different ways that you can research, reach out, and relationship build. When you research something like wounded veterans, when you get to know what they're all about, and I'm not talking about spending days, weeks, or months, a couple hours about something, find something you're passionate about. Are you passionate about kids, horses, animals, older people, health issues, making the planet a green planet? What is that for you? What are you passionate about? Find something that you're passionate about and you can really get behind, the wounded veterans. Research that. You can reach out to them and you can find out what do they have going on that you can help with. Do they have a fundraiser? Do they have an event coming up that you can help plan? Do they have other alumni that you could get in touch with? You know, when you talk about something like the Big Boys Big Brothers Association, there are a lot of really wealthy, really well-to-do. There are a lot of people who live in beautiful homes like this one that wouldn't have what they have if somebody had not reached out to them 20, 30, 40 years ago as a big brother or a big sister. And a lot of those people love to give back. They love to be at the fundraisers. And when you are sitting elbow to elbow, side to side with some of those people, before you know it, deals are done, resources, relationships, revenue, it all starts to flow. But it won't flow if we're sitting at home whining and complaining about who's in the White House or how much gas costs or why there's so much competition in my marketplace or whatever that is. How about being creative? I have been referring to myself as the executor, and I say that tongue in cheek because it's funny, but it's very serious. I meet people all the time, all walks of life I've been in. When I was in real estate, God knows when I was in network marketing. Now, today, any place I go, I meet a lot of humans. And guess what humans do? A lot of humans make a lot of excuses. They got big dreams and big goals. They got this business plan that they want to do. They got this dream that they want to accomplish. They're gonna do it when the kids are out of school, when they've got enough money, when the weather's good, when it's springtime, when it's wintertime, when it's, I don't know, full moon, whatever. There's all these reasons why they're not doing it right now. I'm the executor because I help you execute. Execute. Get that business plan going. Have someone like myself be your accountability partner and guide you. Here's what I like to say. Let's find your directive. Let's point you in the right direction, and I will help be the director to help get you there. I'm the GPS to get us from Boston to Hawaii or London or wherever that is that you want to go. But you got to have somebody that will help you to start taking action. So, research, reach out, relationship build. Our lives are a direct result of the relationships that we have. Look at your life right now. Your life is a direct correlation, and it is in a direct reflection of your relationships. See, this beautiful house that I just moved into with the fireplace and the baby grand piano and the beautiful kitchen and the peaceful, quiet, upscale neighborhood, you know, if I wasn't able to research, reach out, and relationship build, I wouldn't be living here right now. So I am living proof that when you want to upgrade your living situation, your income, the car you drive, the quality of time that you have with your kids, your lifestyle in any which way. You want to start giving back to the church? You better have some money in your pocket. You want to go out and save the whales and hug a tree? You better have some resources. Income, influence, and impact. We all want them. We all want income, influence, and impact. Whatever style that is for you, do you want to have a big impact locally, regionally, nationally, or globally? Because all of that plays into it. If you want to do it locally and help the local kids and the local schools, I can help you with that. If it's more of a regional thing where you want to do like all of New England or all of California or all of the South, that's a little bit different marketing and positioning. National, international, it's all a different way of positioning yourself in the marketplace. So, research, reach out, relationship build. As you can see, there's a little bit more to it. And you can see how, when you learn to do the 3 R's, as my good friend Erik Swanson calls it, you can see how it will change everything in your life. Your relationships, your business, how you are perceived and received in the world. So, hit me up on, I like to say, you can email me, you can text me, you can actually call me, you can Facebook me, you can LinkedIn me, you can send a carrier pigeon or a smoke signal. Doesn't really matter. Cami is not only raw and relatable, she is real and reachable. Talk to you soon. Bye.